Hello, my name's Crystal Thies. I'm known as the LinkedIn Ninja. I'm also the co-author of the Social Media Handbook for Financial Advisors published by Bloomberg Press. Today we're going to be talking about LinkedIn's endorsement feature and the major headaches it has caused for financial advisors across the country and pretty much everybody regulated by FINRA and the SEC. Financial advisors since the 1940s have not been allowed to receive client testimonials for their work as investment advisors. Basically because there's no way to duplicate performance from one client to the next because there's too many moving parts and moving variables. What that's causing in the social media age is a lot of problems because a lot of social media has to do with showing your approval of the different people you interact with. LinkedIn recently launched this new endorsement feature, and it's tied to the skills and expertise section of your LinkedIn profile. The skills and expertise section was simply a place where you can type in and list the individual skills and expertise that you have. You can list up to 50 different ones. When LinkedIn launched the endorsement feature, what that meant was that any of your connections can come in and say, I endorse you for these specific skills. All they have to do is click on a little plus sign and they've endorsed you. No approval required. Obviously, when they did that, a lot of financial advisors started hitting their heads against the wall. What are we supposed to do? We can't get, people are coming on, they're doing this, we have no control over it. So LinkedIn did finally come in and give us some management ability over this. And they've given us a lot of control, and I want to talk to you about how that works. So now, to find where you go about changing these controls, you would go into your LinkedIn account, go to the profile menu and go down to edit profile and scroll down to where you have your skills and expertise section. If you've moved it around, it's not always in the same place for every person, so you may need to look for it. If you don't see it, look in the upper right hand corner because there's some sections of your LinkedIn profile that if you haven't filled out, you may have to add them over in here. So once it's added and you've filled out some of these skills and expertise, or if it's already here and you've already got endorsements sitting here that you know you need to get rid of, the next step is to click on the little blue pencil. With LinkedIn's new profile format, anytime you're in the edit feature, look for these little blue pencils because that's where you can go in and change the content as well as the settings. Now the nuclear option, just to get rid of all endorsements across the board, is right here in the upper right hand corner. Display your endorsements. I got this nice big green check mark because yes, I want to show my endorsements. To turn yours off, all you have to do is click on no and they go away. And if you notice down here, all the numbers and everything went away. And when you do that, basically what you end up with is just this little word cloud of your skills and expertise. No longer the list with the numbers and the pretty pictures of all your connections that have endorsed you. Now those endorsements haven't gone away. They're still there. They're still hidden in the background. People just can't see them. Also, it's important to know that just because you've done this, it doesn't mean that you're no longer going to receive endorsements. Pretty much anytime you go and visit somebody's profile or anybody comes to your profile, LinkedIn's putting this blue box up here, encouraging people, your connections who visit your profile, to endorse you for specific skills. So even if you've turned off the visibility of the endorsements, this is still showing up on your profile. And so people may click on this little endorse button and you'll get people have endorsed you. Just know they do not show, they do not appear. Actually, they do help you. So that's not necessarily a bad thing. So don't feel bad about it, but they're just not going to show. Now, when you're looking at your skills and your expertise, yes, they can all be financially related. But also, you have some skills and expertise that aren't necessarily directly related to your work as a financial advisor. And it's only those skills and expertise related to your financial advisory business that technically aren't allowed. Here is one financial advisor that we got to work on getting rid of some of these endorsements. But here you see he has some skills: public speaking, fundraising. These are skills and expertise that have nothing to do with financial services. And technically, the law says only client testimonials for your work as a financial advisor are what's forbidden. So in a way, public speaking and fundraising, these endorsements are not breaking the law. They may be breaking your compliance policy if your compliance policy simply says no endorsements, but they're not breaking the law. And so if you're wanting to, you can take on a more active management of this to be able to utilize endorsements for some of these other skills if you want to. It's going to take some active work though. So let's take a quick look at this. So instead of just checking and unchecking this little box, we have to go over here to manage endorsements. And when we're in this function, you can see each of the individual skills and expertise are lined up. When I click on them, they show everybody who has endorsed me, and I can go in and I can choose specific people to turn off the endorsement, or up here, just the show or hide all endorsements, I can uncheck everybody all at one time. Now, I can do that, and just all of the endorsements for that specific skill will disappear when I look at it on the profile. So let's take a look at a couple of those images. Now, this is somebody's profile who I went in and I actually here, this is an attorney and not a financial advisor, but I had turned off medical malpractice and product liability. And you see there's nobody here endorsing him, although there were people there. But here you see it still says endorse. It is possible once you've turned that off for people to still go in and endorse you. So here you see I went ahead and I clicked on product liability. Here's the one, here's my picture. And if we look at his profile, now, boom, right there, product liability, it's showing up. You're getting, it's visible on his profile. So what he would have to do then, if he wanted to, is every time he received one of those, is he has to go in. Now here's the manage endorsements. See, all the others were unchecked because we turned it off. Mine's still checked, so you have to come in here and uncheck this. So it's a manual management of this. You have to be diligent that every time somebody clicks on one of these that you're not allowed to have, that you come in and you turn it off. But that would be how you would allow yourself to get endorsements for those skills and expertise that have nothing to do with your work as a financial advisor. Now also keep in mind that when people click on these, that they endorse you, it does go into the news feed and people will see that you have been endorsed for that skill, even if you go in and you uncheck this. But that is a temporary thing. It's not locked onto your profile. It will disappear fairly quickly that had happened, but it will go out into the newsfeed that you were endorsed for that. So that's something to keep in mind. There's definitely a lot of benefits to being able to have endorsements for skills and expertise that may not necessarily be related to your financial advisory work, but it's going to take some effort. You're going to have to be diligent about paying attention to it. So with that in mind, good luck with managing your skills and expertise. Choose the option that's right for you. And just actually one last little thing here. Here is a financial advisor who's doing it independently. And as you can see here, it actually says top 5. And I'm guessing in the background, likely it's because of how many endorsements he's received for those that are hidden. So, benefits to doing that, but you have to be diligent. So if you have any questions, please join my LinkedIn group. It's called Social Media Handbook for Financial Advisors, a place where you can come in and ask questions about how to use LinkedIn at any time, and it's specifically for financial advisors and compliance officers only. So thanks so much and have a great day.